Do you think that beliefs are limiting?
Beliefs are limiting. Wow, that is a two-sided sword. Beliefs are limiting. I have to say yes. I'd say that every single belief, even a belief in love, is limiting, because behind the belief in love is a fear of loss. So every belief actually carries the element of fear. And if you look at the ideologies on the planet, we have societies that are so full of philosophies, religions, political ideas. We are so lost in the ideologies that were given to us by other people. And we now have ideologies that will even kill you if you don't agree with them on the planet. Limiting? Oh yes, they are. Because what we do is we cannot even act opposite to what we believe in. So when we have two opposing groups of people, the reason why they're in opposition is simply because what they believe in. And if we could just climb above the belief, two people in opposing sides, if they can get out of their ideologies, they can then meet each other on a higher level of consciousness where there are no beliefs. And there we are all brothers and sisters together. But people are so sucked up in their own ideology that they can't see beyond it. They can't see that people think differently to them. And because they believe that my ideology is right, then everybody that has a different ideology to me is wrong. That is the basis of war and conflict. Every war in history was a war of ideologies. So, beliefs limiting? Oh yes, they are. Very limiting. And as we start to become present, people start to realize the limitations of their own inner nonsense, because that's what it is.
Where do they come from, the beliefs?
Beliefs come from our parents, from our culture, from our society. And so now people are so caught up in this that they can't even imagine that something exists beyond it. And as I realize that the more I practice being present with myself, the more I realize I don't need beliefs. See, beliefs are needed for people who don't know who they are. People need beliefs because they are living in fear. People need beliefs because they think there's nothing else. People think they are their beliefs. For example, if I'm an atheist, I grew up in an atheist family and therefore I have my atheist hat. Now let's say I didn't change my hat and I become a Jew, for example, or a Christian, whatever. I change my belief, I become a Buddhist. So I take one hat off and put on another hat. Does that mean I've become essentially a whole different person? Or simply, have I changed what I identify with? Do I change a set of beliefs? You can't change who you really are. Who are we really? We are creativity, inspiration, intuition. This is who we really are. And by changing your beliefs, not going to change that. This is our very basis. And beliefs and ideology can get in the way of discovering who we really are.
So what do you do on the workshops? Do you work with beliefs, for example?
We do work with beliefs, but not to get rid of them. Because people need them, because this is their safety. People have beliefs because they can't imagine surviving without it. So I would never suggest to give up your beliefs or change them. I would encourage people just to be present with themselves. Come and be with who you are, and the beliefs will naturally fall away on their own accord.
So just being aware, what's my motivation at the moment?
Oh, yes.
Or what's the belief behind my action?
Yeah, that's a very good question. As I start to discover my motivations, what's running me, and again, there's nothing wrong with any of these things. If you have a belief, celebrate it, enjoy it, but realize this is not who you are. Doesn't matter who you believe in, if you're a Buddhist or a Christian or a Muslim, this is not who you are. This is who you think you are. When you start to be present with who you really are, you discover that beliefs, in fact, are a limitation, because we're much more than a belief. We are much more than an ideology.